What's up, everyone? It's Josh from the spaceship. All right, so today we're going to be going over my submission for the Pluko Beat Battle. Did not win, definitely didn't win. There were some dope submissions, but we got top 10. We got top 10. Memba heard it, which was tight. They were the guest judges for that day. They heard it. It was slapping. I'll show you guys a video of it right here. But let's get right into it. This is gonna be a pretty quick video. I'll play a quick snippet of the sample here. Honestly, when I got it, I didn't know what the fuck to do with this. Sam, aka Pluko, was pretty stoked on the sample, and then he sent it out and everybody was like, what the fuck is this? So here's a quick snippet of it. That's not it, because that's in reverse. That's the sample in reverse. This is what it really sounds like. It's in French. Bonjour. I need to fucking eat a baguette when we were working on this beat. Like I said, when I first started this, I had no idea what to do. And to be honest with you, the first thing that came to mind, I was like, yo, let's fucking chop it up. You can see here, I took the sample and I dropped it into simpler. And when I basically just started banging around on the push, trying to find something that gave me at least some sort of a rhythm. This was the original kind of vocal chop sample groove that I had gotten. Honestly, I've just started with a simple drum beat just because I needed to at least get my head bobbing and like give myself a groove to kind of bounce with. Like the kick and snare basically just started like this. I've always found that songs that really fucking bang have pretty simple like kick and snare patterns, like pretty simple drums. Obviously, unless it's like a real drummer fucking just going yeeting all over the place. And next up, I was like, okay, well, I need to get some stang in it. I want to make I need to find a sub. As you can see, I went through a couple different subs here. And the reason I went through so many is I really found the key of the sample by dropping it in a mix and key, but I basically just had to do it by ear, which took me a little bit. The first one that I was using was a decap sub that sounded like this. The harmonics weren't right on it. Then I switched to a Xander sub that sounded like this. That's at the complete wrong note. And then I finally settled on a good old Sony digital sub, which sounded like this. Didn't even fade the ends, that's fire. With that, I basically had the kick, the snare, and then the sub pattern in here, which would sound like this all together. So had a bounce, had a groove to it. I was feeling it. As you can see, there's literally nothing else in here. It's probably why I didn't win the beat battles, because it didn't do much. It was my first beat battle. I had 2 hours. I was just kind of shitting bricks. You can see in here, I definitely added a little bit more percussion in here. Normally, I'm someone who likes to have a full-on percussion groove and having little fills and stuff in here, but I just didn't have the time because I was trying to figure out what the fuck I was gonna do. I mean, I added the drums in here, and basically all the drums together sounded like this with these little snare additions on there. You can see earlier I had an auto pan on this here, and basically I thought the groove was fun, but I thought it could have used a little bit more bounce to it. So I'm automating the auto pan here with the amount. So this is just a simple trick to use an auto pan as like an LFO. So instead of using like LFO tool or shaper box, because sometimes that can just be a pain in the ass to try and automate, I like using auto pan. Basically you turn the phase down, put the offset at 180, and then it makes the volume bounce. With that actually in there, it gave it a little bit more bounce, and I was starting to fuck with it a little bit heavier. So this is what it sounds like. Shoutout Memba, they were like, yo, I fuck with this, but like went a little harder than Transgate being the auto pan, and I totally agree. Coming out of the first drop here, I kind of just used a sample over again and gave it another build, and then added the good old classic Lil Jon sample. Fucking yeah, dude, let's go. So same thing, dropped it into simpler, sampler. I wanted to go for more of a vocal chop. And then I had some little horn stabs in between them. I did add a fucking funky ass triangle in here. Ooh, shit, that gave some bounce to it, which I really, really liked. So yeah, coming out of that first little break build-up thingy, we got this. another Lil Jon sample. Okay. Okay, dude. And then I just did a little reverse of the original sample. And then pitched it down. And then the second vocal chops sound like this. And then the last thing I added in the drums here was just a crash. Just so yeah, with that we got this. Okay. I did a quick little search and I found this little Mr. Carmack sample that I kind of layered with some of the drums on the intro. It sounds like this. I high passed it here because I had my other kick playing on the intro with it and I didn't want them playing all together, so it was way too much. You can see on the drum group here, I started off with a reverb on it and then I had this little EQ that I kind of use as a filter here. So to start the actual beat, it sounded like this. And then I just layered that with the original sample and filtered that in. And yeah, that's how I made my Pluko Beat Battle submission. The link to the song will be in the description below. If you guys want to go bump it, go bump that shit, because it's a titty smacker. It fucking slaps. It just... It's good for backyard barbecue twerking. Hope you guys enjoyed this, because the shit smacks. Peace out.